The most hardcore road-going GT in the AMG range, the R is a snarling, bellowing beast. Test driving it on track is a proper test of both machine and driver. Thundering into turn 1 at the deceptively named Bilster Berg Driving Resort, the 2017 AMG GT-R is popping, crackling and snarling as I downshift under heavy braking before turning into the tight uphill hairpin. Following Mercedes-Benz racing legend Bernd Schneider at close quarters is highlighting two glaring points. 1. I'm thankful I'm not tackling this roller coaster of a circuit for the first time without his expert guidance, and 2. This most hardcore GT iteration is just about too much car for this track. That has nothing in common with the word resort, mind you. Bilster Berg is more roller coaster than racetrack, such is the scope of the elevation change, the blind crests, tight hairpins and buttocks-clenching braking zones. Today, the thunder and lightning that emanates from the AMG GT-R reflects the heavily graying sky that threatens to dump rain on the circuit, making our drive experience even more terrifying than it otherwise might be. The AMG GT-R is front mid-engined with a rear-biased 47 hours 53 minutes split, assisted by the transaxle at the rear of the car. The 4.0-liter V8 gets the help of two turbos and boost is lifted from 1.2 bar to 1.35 bar, while the turbines can spin up to a staggering 186,000 revolutions per minute. There's a carbon fiber torque tube, surrounding a carbon fiber driveshaft that weighs just 4 kilograms, and the transaxle houses 7 ratios to best distribute that blistering power and torque. I could ramble on all day: carbon fiber roof, carbon bracing, titanium exhaust, all new back axle, electromechanical actuators for the rear steering system, 15 kilograms lighter than the GTS, the list is seemingly endless. Select Sport Plus or Race Mode, open the exhaust and give the throttle pedal a proper workout, and the colossal soundtrack from the exhaust pipe is quite simply the most awesome sounding turbocharged engine available. Aren't hair dryers supposed to muffle engine noise? Not the bellowing hellfire generated by the AMG V8, this is as good as it gets. It's mighty underload and nasty as hell when you back off. If you had the means to buy it, you'd have to dig very deep to find reasons not to. For my second and third sessions, I switch to race mode, and shift via the paddles. The escape is still on, but it allows you to slide the GT-R more, and steer into a slide before it decides whether or not you know what you're doing. The gear shift feels even more savage, accompanied by an explosion from the exhaust at each upshift. It's stupendously fast around a racetrack in the right hands, for a platform that historically isn't best suited to this discipline. Sure, it feels heavy and you're always aware you're threading a big car around a twisting ribbon of hot mix, but the steering is sharp, the balance beautiful, the brakes savagely effective, and the grip prodigious, such that you get faster and faster to the point you can't quite get your head around how rapidly you can drive the GT-R. The GT-R isn't as clinical and digital as a 911 or McLaren, and thank God for that. If you want that kind of driving experience, you're already catered for. The GT-R is a bit of a throwback, with a heavy focus on modern tech. It's brawny, hairy-chested, offensive and stunningly fast, all with the most evocative of soundtracks.